Extreme cold, dangerous wind chills and snow piling up. The region is hunkering down. Businesses are closing early, and the Missouri Highway Patrol is warning people to stay off the roads. Good evening, and thank you for being with us. I'm Ann Allred.
And I'm Mike Bush. We are in storm alert, and we have a team of reporters covering today's storm, including 3 meteorologists. We're going to head outside in just a bit, but first, let's get the latest on the forecast from Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell. Scott?
Well, at this point, we're still looking at the snow falling around St. Louis. This is in Chesterfield. As you're going along Interstate 40, Highway 40, you can see traffic is still rolling along there, but the visibilities are down, and it's definitely slick. The back edge of accumulating snow pushing in now, about to Farmington. Looks like it's about to Potosi, and that back edge is starting to slide now into western portions of Franklin County. Now, we are still seeing some pockets in here where it's coming down, where in an hour or so, you could pick up another 3/4 to an inch or so of snow. And if that'll continue a little while longer, there may be some spots that get a couple of inches. This from Lisa down in DeSoto. Pretty snow-covered area, but boy, is it cold. Those wind chills right now are running 10 to 20 degrees below zero. Freeburg has 9 inches. That's an update we just got. Greenville, Illinois, about 7.5. St. Genevieve at 7 inches. Still thinking the areas southeast of St. Louis are the ones that end up with the most. You've already seen some cases 7 to 9 inches. There's going to be a few spots that are close to that foot, but in the metro area, we back it down a little bit. We still have another inch or 2 to go before all is said and done in the areas where we're still seeing the accumulating snow. So it's starting to wind down. 6 o'clock now, probably by 7:30, 8 o'clock, most of the accumulating snow is over, but it's not going anywhere. The wind chills, they're 10 to 25 degrees below zero through tomorrow morning. Overnight lows are close to zero. We still have another snow chance as we head towards Wednesday. Won't be anything like this, though.
Road conditions, they are deteriorating as more snow continues to fall. Let's go to Jefferson County. 5 on your side's meteorologist Jim Castillo is live from I-55 and 141 in Arnold. Jim?
Yeah, hi, Ann. So what we're looking at, there's this powdery snow. So watch as I just move it around a little bit, and it just blows all over the place. So even when the plows start to do their work, that snow goes right back over the roadways, and that's going to be the issue tonight. The sun is down, and you get icy spots all over the place, so be aware of that. Let's take a look at some video and just watch as that snow right in front of me, or even in this video here, it's been blowing sideways, so that stiff wind stays with us. There are the plows entering northbound 55, and here we were on 44. And look at that snow on the roadway. So it's hard to keep off the roads. And once you get stuck to, like even this truck, even people trying to help you, it's very difficult to get out of that situation. So we're talking about wind chills as we're taking a look there at 55 again. Wind chills down below zero throughout the entire night. So even for us, we can come out here and show you what's going on in 55 and 141. But we also have to point out that it's very cold, and take a look at what Ray Vines has to say.
I don't have any trouble driving in this kind of stuff. I know a lot of people do. You just got to take your time. If you drive like an idiot, you're going to have wrecks. If you drive like you got some sense, you're not going to have any trouble.
Or maybe just stay home and stay out of this, and hopefully this weekend will warm up and most of this will melt. But for now, everyone, let's send it back to you. We'll get nice and warm here.
Yeah. All right, you do that. It won't be melting tonight or tomorrow, that's for sure. MoDOT is asking people to stay off the roads tonight so that crews can work to clear them. And 5 on your side meteorologist Tracy Hinson is keeping an eye on road conditions in St. Louis County tonight. She joins us live from I-64 in Chesterfield. Tracy.
Mike, we're just getting a couple good gusts of wind here, and it's not quite as strong as it was last hour. Last hour I clocked a -17 wind chill. Looks like I'm getting about -7 to -10 right now as that comes through. I've also measured that snowfall. Where the plows have come through, it's still about an inch of snowfall on the roadways. As you get closer and closer to the edge though, so that's in slide off territory or you're on and off ramps, you get to about 3 inches. And then if you were to get stuck, it's coming in at about 8 inches. I've been measuring it off and on. So last hour we had about 7 right about here. Now we have about 8 inches of snowfall on the overpass. Now we've been out throughout the day monitoring the road conditions around Interstate 64 and town, and you know, the plows have been out. They've been out a lot, but it still has not accomplished a whole lot. There's only 2 lanes open on the well, now it's really down to 1 lane open. Earlier it was 2 lanes. It's like 1.5, both westbound and eastbound on Interstate 64. I ran into some of the guys who were operating the plow trucks for Town and Country, and they said they started at 2 this morning and expect to be out all night.
We got to work at 2 o'clock this morning, and looks like we're going to be here till late tonight or early tomorrow morning. So it's going to be a long day.
Carson tells me that they plan to be out through most of the night, and we checked in with MoDOT as well. They have plans to work through the night and into tomorrow. In St. Louis, I'm Tracy Hinson, 5 on your side.
In the Metro East, IDOT has all the plows on the road. Road crews are using a calcium chloride blend, which works in these very super cold temperatures. It's a delicate balance, though. Overtreating could create ice. Plow operators are also battling the wind and other drivers. At least 2 plows have been involved in accidents. So we always say it because we always need to say it. If you see a plow, slow down, move over, and give them some room. Edwardsville fire crews have been battling a lumberyard fire in the snow and below freezing temperatures all afternoon. It knocked out power in the area, leaving many neighbors in cold homes. 5 on your side's Ryan Henson is live at RP Lumber on East Vandalia with information on when that fire will be out and power restored. Ryan.
Well, and if you're one of the neighbors here in the area at home with no power in the cold, the county has set up 2 warming stations, the Wiley Theater or the Meyer Center YMCA. They're urging people to go there. Now, in terms of the operation out here, there's 2 things that crews are working on right now. See them in that hole right there? They're digging down to a gas line. That gas line is feeding this fire over here on the other side of me right here, and that's really what's preventing things from going any further out here. Now, let's rewind to 12:30 this afternoon. That's when the fire chief says they got the call about this fire. The burning building actually collapsed, and right now crews are trying to shut off that gas line to put everything out. And the conditions out here are really playing a factor, as you can imagine. Winds blew flames actually into neighborhoods, and it actually damaged one of the houses, but it didn't actually catch fire. It also knocked out power in the area to 1,300 customers, according to Ameren. And as you can imagine, the freezing temperatures and water, terrible combination, and slowing the operation down, but crews have battled through.
They did a wonderful job today, given all the challenges that we had in front of us, keeping that to the one building and limiting injuries. It was a good day for these guys.
Now, the fire chief says that they won't know anything about what caused this fire until they can actually get that gas line under control. That's when the investigation will begin after that. And then once again, if you're one of the neighbors in the area and you don't have power, it's obviously bitter cold out here, head to Meyer Center YMCA or the Wiley Theater. The county says they're taking care of everybody that comes through the doors. I'm Ryan Henson, 5 on your side.
A live look now at Old Town Florissant as we head to break. This is Sacred Heart Church. Again, if you must go out tonight, be careful, take it slow. Snow and frigid temperatures are adding up to some very dangerous conditions. And we do want to hear from you. How many inches of snow do you have at your house? Right now, most of you say 3 to 6 inches. You can go to the 5 on your side app or ksdk.com/vote to let us know.
And 5 on your side continues in our winter storm alert tonight. The winter storm warning still in effect for the St. Louis area. This is a live camera right now over in O'Fallon, Illinois, Greenmount Road. And you can see the visibility is reduced, pretty snow covered there. And it looks like we even have a car that spun out on the ramp a little earlier. The back edge of the snow is getting closer, so we'll start to see it wind down in St. Louis in about the next hour and a half to 2 hours or so. Some of us may get another inch and a half, but we're not going to see much more than that.
Just to give you an idea of visibility downtown, take a look at the video this afternoon. Pretty much opaque, taken from our arch camera. But where's the arch? Obviously that blowing snow, we've been talking about the winds, just completely covering that view up. Despite the efforts of road crews, road conditions have deteriorated for most of the afternoon as the snow has just continued to fall and blow around.
And 5 on your side's Alex Fees has been monitoring conditions on I-64 in St. Louis, and he now joins us live west of downtown. Alex.
Yes, Mike and Ann, good evening. We are along I-64 here just west of Jefferson. Let me step out of the way and we'll give you a live look at traffic at this hour as people make their way out of downtown on I-64 tonight. Not much traffic, that is for certain, and what traffic is here is definitely moving at a slower pace. Now, it was not much better today for people who were clearing off their sidewalks or windshields. Let me show you some video I shot about 11 a.m. I caught up with a guy who was shoveling snow off the sidewalk at an apartment complex. He resorted to the shovel after determining that a snow blower wasn't going to get the job done. Then I ran into Victoria Rosado, who was accustomed to these conditions because she's from Chicago. Rosado was clearing ice and snow off of her car so she could go run some errands.
To the pharmacy.
Yeah, how far away is that?
2.6 miles, a 9-minute drive when it's dry.
And St. Louis City crews were busy today as well. Their normal pattern is to clear off the main arterials first before they move on to the residential secondaries. Live tonight in St. Louis, Alex Fees, 5 on your side.
Now let's take a live look at conditions in Belleville from our Skycam. And again, everybody keeps saying if you don't have to go out, stay home. If you must head out, be careful, give yourself plenty of time and plenty of room on the roads. And remember, you can get weather and traffic updates anytime with the 5 on your side app. Just download it for free. Search KSDK.
Our storm alert coverage continues with another check on the roads.
Let's check in with our Casey Nolan. Casey has been driving along I-64 and I-270. Where are you right now, Casey?
Mike, we are just getting back on the interstate. This will be northbound 55. If you can take the other camera we've got looking forward, MoDOT was just over this stretch of road just a few minutes ago, and you can see whether it's the snow coming down or, as I roll up the window so you can hear me, it's the snow blowing. One way or another, their tracks are already covered. Visibility remains the story. You can see they're able to keep one lane clear, but remember, there's not much traffic. This is a holiday. So tomorrow, if there's more traffic on this stretch of road and like 270 where we were before, there's not going to be much clear pavement for a regular amount of traffic. Again, the main roads, as we've said all night, not so bad. We got off on 141 and we can start to see some cars getting stuck going in and out of gas stations. We were almost one of those as we took a pit stop. So a lot of accumulation on the side roads still and not great visibility on the main roads. We'll send it back to you.
Now let's turn to Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell. And Scott, I would imagine 5 years from now, we'll look back on this date to remember what it was like, because this has been kind of historic.
Yeah, you know, we haven't had a day with snow like this and temperatures that don't even get to 5 degrees and wind chills running 15, 20 degrees below zero. All right, here we're down in Arnold right now. That's Interstate 55. You can barely see it. As you just saw with Casey's report, there are some spots where the snow has been cleared off the roads essentially, but I don't think MoDOT and IDOT are putting down a lot of chemicals because, quite honestly, with temperatures very close to zero, we're still around 3 or 4 degrees right now, and all this snow that's very light and fluffy, put down, you melt it, and then it's liable to freeze during the overnight and glaze over. Lesser amounts have fallen north and west of St. Louis, but there are still some spots close to 6 inches. Metro area generally has had anywhere from 4 to as much as 7 to 8 inches. And southeast of St. Louis, we've seen some reports of 9 to 10-inch snowfall. Now, as we're looking around the metro, we still have accumulating snow ongoing. There are pockets where it's a little bit heavier. One of those pockets is up here in North St. Louis County along 270, heading over towards the Chain of Rocks Bridge, really right down Riverview into the city. Ferguson, Florissant, still getting some decent snow. That stretches into the Metro East across St. Clair County into Madison County. The snow still coming down around Troy, Illinois, and doing so here east and northeast of St. Louis, still in some cases at the rate of an inch, inch and a half an hour. You get back just west and southwest of St. Louis, the snowfall rates really back off. And we're going to taper to flurries this evening. So most of us, more likely than not, won't see an additional inch of snowfall unless you're northeast or east of St. Louis. And then maybe it's an additional 1 to 2 inches. We're still looking at that temperature right now in St. Louis, running around 3-4 degrees. The wind chills have been the other big story. Feels like it's 16 below right now. Our entire 5 on your side area looking at wind chills between 10 and 20 degrees below zero. Back edge of the snow lifts out to the north and east. Doubt we'll see much in the way of clearing before daybreak, but we do wake up to those wind chills tomorrow morning. They could be running 20 degrees or so, still below zero. If we clear out at all towards daybreak, we could have even colder temperatures around. So there's a look downtown in St. Louis right now. Can't even see the arch. It's snowing so hard. 3 degrees. Our high was only 4. The official tally for the storm is 4.2 inches. 4.1 of that has fallen so far today through 4 o'clock. We will get another update a little later on this evening on that. And there you have the next 7 days. At least it's looking a little warmer this weekend. Don't get too excited about the snow chances for Wednesday and Thursday. Odds are that's not going to be a lot, but we have enough right now with some spots.
We don't need any more, even 1 or 2 inches. All right. Thanks, Scott. Frank's here with sports.
Up until this year, every team that loses a game 7 in a series in the NHL has their season end. Not so for the Blues. They have plenty of hockey left. However, the optics are not great. The Arizona Coyotes, not exactly the best of the West, just won the series against the Note. Second period, scoreless game. The pride of Swansea, Clayton Keller, unleashes the shot, and the puck will go right off the glove of Jordan Binnington. Keller's 5th goal in 18 games against the Note, and it has Mr. Binnington talking to himself. Key moment later in the period, Blues had a 5-on-3 and Darcy Kemper with the pad save on Mike Hoffman. Third period, Ryan O'Reilly with a costly high sticking penalty. Looked like the right call, but I don't think Coach Berube liked it. The Blues pulled the goalie late, no luck. Arizona wins it 1-0.
There wasn't a whole lot of room on either side tonight, and it's kind of been like that for, majority, anyways, of the 7 games, and didn't get the result tonight.
It's not the playoffs, so it's not game 7. It's just, it's the way the league is right now. We played them 7 games in a row. We lost 1-0. That's it. Don't look into it any more than that.
Oshie and Bobrovsky duel again.
On this date, 7 years ago, then Blues forward T.J. Oshie became a national hero and an international star, scoring 4 shootout goals, including the game winner as Team USA beat Russia 3-2. The top 25 rankings are out in college basketball. Mizzou went 0-2, dropped from 10 to 20. Jeremiah Tillman won't play tomorrow against Georgia because of a death in the family. Illinois is now a top 5 team. How about that? I think they're going to the Final Four. That will do it in sports. I'm Frank Cusimano.
All right, Frank, thank you. A live look now at St. Louis Lambert International Airport. If you're planning to fly to someplace warm and sunny, you better check with the airline. Several flights in and out of Lambert are canceled or delayed, and we'll be right back. Well, people are finding some beauty on this snowy Monday. Marty McKay sent us this picture of an eagle in flight in Alton. And keeping with the bird theme, Cheryl from Columbia, Illinois sent us a little red and blue for President's Day. She spotted a blue jay and a cardinal at her bird feeder. We would love to see your snowy pics. If you can stay safe, just text them to 314-444-5125. All right, let's check in with meteorologist Scott Connell for one final check of the weather before we go.
Yeah, Mike, we're still looking at the snow around St. Louis. The intensity's starting to let up a little bit. We can see a little farther now on our St. Charles weather camera here as it looks along Interstate 70, pointing towards the Blanchette Bridge. The back edge of that heavier snow starting to push into the western and southern portions of the area right now. We're looking at less than an additional inch of snow around St. Louis. And by the way, if you have one of those high efficiency furnaces with the duct that goes outside that's pretty close to the ground, make sure it's clear of snow so that you're not looking at a problem there.
And there you have it. 5 on your side at 6. Wheel of Fortune is next. We hope to see you right back here tonight at 10.